guys, it's Anissa, and today I'm going to be doing a video, another tag for you guys. You guys don't know about a lot about me. You just know what you know from my videos. So I thought I would share a few, 50 actually, facts with you guys. It took me about a week or two to get all these facts together. They're not just like plain facts like my favorite color is purple. I'm this many years old. Like, no, these are basically mini story times. That's what I kind of wanted to kind of try to make it. That way it's not boring and it kind of gets interesting. So yeah, if you guys want to know 50 things about me that you probably or most likely didn't know, then keep watching. Okay, so number one, I do have deja vu. So it's basically where you see little clips of the future, basically. When I was little, I was convinced that 100 cents was the same thing as $100. So I decided that I was going to save my money, $100, which was really only 100 pennies, and I counted it all up, and it only ended up being $1. And I was too lazy to do it 99 more times, so Anissa kept her $1. My first word as a child was no, which doesn't really surprise me. No is my favorite word. I did gymnastics from the time I was 3 all the way up until the time I was 12, and I had to stop because I just got too busy. I wanted to do too many things and I had to drop something, so I dropped gymnastics. One thing I absolutely suck at, I cannot put on eyeshadow, I cannot put on bronzer, I cannot put on eyeliner, and I cannot put on lipstick, not to save my life. This is as good as it gets. Mascara is the most complex thing I can do on my face. When it comes to public speaking, I love speaking in front of crowds or sharing a message with somebody that could kind of move someone. When I was about 5 or 6, I decided that it would be a good idea to shove rocks up my nose, and that didn't turn out so great. We had to, I don't know how we got the rocks out of my nose, but I know it was a very painful experience. I shoved little like pebbles up my nose. When I was in preschool, I punched a boy in the face. During the school year, it's very hard for me to remember my locker combination. I have tried to be vegan multiple times just because of the fact that I feel bad of how animals are treated in the slaughterhouses and stuff. But I'm sorry, I just love chicken and I love ice cream and all my dairy products and cheese so much. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I strongly dislike Donald Trump. I'm not going to say hate because, I mean, I don't hate anybody, but I don't believe for what he stands in. It has some things about him that I would just, honey, that's a whole other video. I was born on 9/11 of 2002, but I was born on 9/11/2002 at 8:45 in the morning, which, if you didn't know, that is the exact time that the first Twin Tower was hit by a plane. I was on a team with 3 other girls, and we ran the 4x200, which is, you run, well, indoor it's a whole lap, but outdoor it's half a lap for each person. And I was the 4th leg, which means I was the last person to get the baton, and we set the US record for the fastest 4x200 relay team for our age division. I've always been very good with numbers. I've always been very good at math. So last year I decided that at the end of the year I was going to try to skip algebra just to kind of get me, I guess, get me out of high school faster, make high school easier, though I don't even have to do algebra. So I took a test and I do get to skip algebra next year, so I will be taking geometry as an 8th grader. This probably isn't a good habit to have, but I do love arguing with people. I love debating with people. If I know I'm right, then I will not stop until they know I'm right too. Because now if they're right, then I'll stop, but I don't argue with someone unless I know I'm right. I've never really been one to read. I don't like reading. Reading doesn't like me, so we just have a mutual relationship to the fact that we know we don't like each other. When I was first learning how to swim, my parents and I and my sister, we went to this cookout, like barbecue pool party, for one of my dad's friends. And so, me being the savage I am, I decided that I was going to jump in the pool. Not just the pool, but I was going to jump in the deep end. And at this time, flip phones were the thing to have. If you had a flip phone, you were cool. So my dad gets in, he jumps in the pool with a flip phone and his keys and all his clothes on to save. From the first day of 3rd grade to the last day of 3rd grade, I wore the exact same hairstyle every day. I wore 2 pigtails, went to bed, woke up, redid them. 180 days of my life in 3rd grade, and I was cute too, so From the time I was about 9 to 11 or 10 to 12, I did do karate, and I think I got a blue belt. A blue belt was the a blue belt was the highest I got, and then I stopped. I never really liked it. One day we were in karate class, and this is when the time that I was really prone to getting bloody noses. Like even me just blowing my nose or touching my nose or doing this, I would get a bloody nose. So me and my sister were partners, and we were just doing little combos, and she accidentally like hit my nose. So my nose started bleeding. So everybody thought in the class that she gave me a bloody nose, and she tells all my friends that she gave me a bloody nose, but she didn't. Okay, one of my biggest things in life that I hate, I absolutely love wearing leggings. I love it to pieces, but I cannot wear leggings and sandals just because of the fact that I can't wear any shoes with leggings that if you can see my ankle, no, especially if it gets cold. I hate having cold ankles. I hate the feeling at the end of leggings. It's just not attractive. No. I've always felt that if I run with my hair up, I'm gonna have bad luck, so I always run with my hair down. When I was 7, I started a rock collection. When I was 11, I came up with a theory that you're really 9 months older than you are based on the fact that you were in your mom for 9 months. So just basically add your age plus 9 months, and that's how old you are. Basically every time that I've gone to the airport or for a family vacation, I have somehow gotten lost in the airport. I don't know how. Something about the airport just doesn't like me. It's very easy for me to get off subject, so that's why when I'm filming a video, I usually write out notes that I can go back to. That way I don't get off subject, and it just goes in order of what I'm supposed to talk about, and because if I don't, I'll veer off, and it's hard to pull me back in. So I've always been a very, very clumsy person. I trip over my feet all the time. I hurt myself all the time. Every time I shave my legs, I cut my legs, so it's a curse. I am terrible at putting together names and faces. There's one time in kindergarten, and in kindergarten, like I would say kindergarten through 5th grade, my hair was always braided, except in 3rd grade when I did my pigtails, I had braids, and at the end of the braids there was little elastics. So I guess I decided it would be a good idea to swallow the elastic like I ate it. So I freaked out, and I was like, I shouldn't have done that. So for the next week or 2, I was convinced that I was gonna die because there was a rubber band inside of me. There was about 6 or 7 months in my life when I was about 8 or 9 that I was very, very paranoid of just tornadoes. I had a little care package ready in my basement to run from the tornado because I'm too young to die. I got a whole life ahead of me. I was like, I'm not dying, not today, no. If you haven't noticed, I say like and a lot, and I think most people do that, but it's bad with me. I say it all the time. I talk with my hands a lot, if you haven't already noticed. So I used to be in the little kid choir for my church, and we would have choir practice every Saturday. And so every Saturday after choir practice, my dad or my mom would take us to me and my sister to McDonald's, and we went to the McDonald's with the little play place. So I would get my chicken nuggets and my french fries, I would eat, and then I would go play. And I remember every time I made a new friend, every single time. I can't remember a time that I didn't meet somebody new. My parents told me that when I was a baby, I used to hate sleeping in my crib so much. So the very first crib that I had, I would take the bars, like the bars on the cribs, and I would shake it. And I shook it so hard that I broke the crib. The nails and the screws, everything came loose. That's how hard I was shaking the crib. I slept with my dad for the first 1 or 2 years of my life, and we would watch The Matrix every night. He said I made him watch it. I love that movie, but the thing is now I don't even like that movie. So about a month or 2 ago, if you guys follow me on Snapchat, go do that. I'll put my little snap code, just screenshot it, go add me on the snap. I decided it would be a good idea to jump off of my roof. Yeah, it was a pretty fun experience. I will never do it again, and if you don't believe me, here's the clip. I am a junior Olympian. Like I said, I've loved running track. I was in band in 6th grade. I played the flute. I absolutely hated it so much. So much. I do play a little bit of piano. I absolutely hate staying home by myself. Whenever I'm home by myself, I usually just stay in my room because, like I said, I'm very paranoid. When I hear things, I go crazy. Considering that I will be 14 in about 1 or 2 months, I only have about really only 2 or 3 years to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life as a career, and I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I want to do. And I'm stressing out about it. So I remember there's this one time I went into Walmart, and you know how they sell the little Chap Sticks for like 20 cents? Okay, well, I didn't see that they had the price tag on it. I just thought they were free. So I took like maybe 5 or 6 of those things. And so I walked out the store with them, and my mom looked at me. She said, Anissa, you can't take those. So for the next week, every time I heard a police siren, I thought they were coming to get me, guys. I did not get my first tooth until I was about 2.5. So I have broken my collarbone, and I broke my left collarbone, and I did that. I was riding, so you know how like on the road it goes like up on the sides in the neighborhood? Okay, so I decided I was gonna try to balance on the little thing on the side. So I swerved and I ran into a tree, and the bar handle on the bike, it got jammed into my collarbone, and my collarbone broke. And nobody believed me when I said I broke my collarbone. So I went to the ER like a week later. They said it wasn't broken. It was still killing me. Like, it was killing me. I thought it was broken, and I knew it was broken, but they told me it wasn't broken. So we went again, and we had to pay them again to give me x-rays, and it turned out being broken that time. It wasn't fractured, it was broken. I am so scared of clowns. I hate clowns. Clowns, no, 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 no. No, no, no. In the past 3 years, I've had 5 or 6 hamsters. I hate all fruits except grapefruits, apples, bananas, and oranges. I used to horseback ride. I used to love it so much, but I stopped horseback riding because I was riding a horse, and it like went up on its behind legs, and it threw me off. And I've like landed on the side, and it almost stepped on me, which the horse basically almost killed me. So I'm convinced that all horses hate me now. I absolutely hate carrying hair ties on my wrist because they just feel too tight to me. Sometimes I'll just be going through my hair, or I'll wash my hair, and I will find bobby pins everywhere. Hopefully you guys learned some things about me. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much. Bye. How many more hashtags? How many more protests? How many more people have to lose their lives to make others around them see that something is wrong and that they need to stand up and fight against what is going on? It's really sad to me when I see that